This is Dolany TV, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back as we get set for what is going to be a 5 o'clock puck drop. Rogers hometown hockey this evening against the Winnipeg Jets in Winnipeg after these Edmonton Oilers came home and did something they've done a lot now this season already, and that was grab some wins. So that's a huge go. We're 7-1 entering tonight's action. 14 points, the magic number, guys. As I've kind of gravitated towards this year to make the playoffs, to be in the playoffs, to do this, and there will be a point in the second here, is 94 points. You play 6 months and change of a hockey season. So divided by 6, that's 15.66 points per month you have to get going into the playoffs by the end of the year. If you do 15.66 every single month and then grab a win or whatever in April, we're going to be fine. And that's the math tonight. That's the big key for this Oilers team. For everybody that says this Oilers team is not a playoff team, well, ladies and gentlemen, with a win tonight, we're more than on pace to be a playoff team at the end of October. Now, that said, that's a lot of weighted words right there, and I understand if people are upset that we're getting ahead of ourselves. But so far through October, with a win tonight against the Winnipeg Jets, we very well could have done what we needed to do this month alone. Now, that's this month alone. Guys, that leaves 5 months, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. But this month with a win tonight is taken care of. So, with that said, well, should we maybe start discussing this Winnipeg Jets game a little bit? And I think that would be probably a really good idea, because just because we need to win this one doesn't mean necessarily you can win this one. That's, state of hockey, right? That's how we always roll. So let's get those lines up there for the Oilers tonight. And, well, it will be Oilers versus Jets, according to Bob Stauffer, your color man, on 6:30 CHED this evening. Draisaitl, McDavid, and Kassian. Neal, Nuge, Chiasson. Then you've got Kara, Sheahan, and Russell again. So Russell's getting the chance to keep that third line going. And guys, this is where I'm going to pause. We'll go through the lines individually a little bit in a few seconds here. But I'll start at the third line. This third line, guys, has an absolute chance to be one of the best secondary depth lines the Oilers have had in years. Like, guys, since the wagon line, I guess you could say, with Matt Hendricks a couple of years ago, we have not seen Sheahan, Russell, and Kara type players going to work in the offensive zone every single shift they're out there. I think if you talk about chances in the offensive zone as compared to time spent in the defensive zone, they'd be among, for a third line in the NHL, the top 5 for most efficient at spending time in the offensive zone. Now, you say what you will. Kara needs to score points. You need to have Sheahan scoring points. You need to have Russell getting a goal here to get that first career goal. That, guys, thing is, if you spend all that time in the offensive zone, it's going to come eventually. And the one thing we've seen very effective out of Dave Tippett so far this season with this third line, and I keep preaching on it because it keeps getting better and better and better every game, is the simple fact that these guys go to work and then don't get results. And who do you see flying over the boards the next shift? McDavid, Draisaitl, Kassian. And not to directly say they get results right after, but guys, the chances we get, right? The posts, the one-on-ones, that kind of thing. The stuff we're getting out of McDavid, Draisaitl, and Kassian after Kara, Sheahan, and Russell have been online, woo! Just dandy. And eventually one thing's going to happen one way or the other. McDavid, Draisaitl, and Kassian are going to start crushing it every single shift after the third line's been out there, or the third line's just going to straight up score a goal and crush it themselves. One of two things, and right now we're just waiting for that to happen. But right now I'm going to take every single second of production I can get out of that third line. So then you've got Yurko, Granlund, and Archibald. So no, you don't see Gagner in there. I don't expect to see Gagner until we lose a game, I'd say, because you know what? Why mess with the winning formula, guys? We've had things rolling. 7-1-0. Are you really going to inject Gagner in there to try and give us something more than we've already had, guys. It's the same argument as bringing in any player. We've had a winning formula, 7-1. That's it's what, an 87.5% winning percentage. Yeah, I know that's unsustainable, but still, you don't want to mess with it right now. That's what I'm saying. So Orange, can you just go lay down or something? It's like a cat hair in my mouth now. All right, let's get to the defense here. Nurse, Bear, Clefbaum, Russell, and Manning and Benning. So there you go. Again, the same exact defense from the past 3 nights. Nothing too special there. The one thing we did do is give up the puck a little bit in that Detroit Red Wings game, and that was probably more defensive giveaways than forward giveaways. Orangey, what are you doing? But it is what it is, right? And obviously, again, am I really going to sit here and complain about the defense and say they've done a terrible job when we won both of our games, right? We won against Philly, greasy, sloppy win, but hey, sometimes you win ones you shouldn't. And then against Detroit, that one, guys, Koskinen locked it down. The defense did all right, and we got some clutch goal scoring and finished it off. That's the way it goes, right? Even though we were up 2-0, and then we gave up the 2-1 goal, well, it is what it is. And so that leaves us where things do get changed tonight. In net, Mike Smith will come back in. So in case you've missed what the Oilers have done so far this year, it's been a pattern, a very simple pattern to follow. 2 for you, 2 for him. 2 for you, 2 for him. And that's the way it's gone, right? Now this is the start of the next 2 for you being Mike Smith. Obviously, the pattern's going to change at some point. But through 8 games, it's gone 2 games Smith, 2 games Koskinen, 2 games Smith, 2 games Koskinen. And Smith's the only one with a loss on his record. But you can blame what you want to blame, right? What do you want to blame on that one? Do you want to blame the Oilers for being tired after the road trip, that kind of thing? Whatever it is, right? No real big scare there. You know what? 7-1. If the problem was coming, we would have gone on a losing streak, not gotten right back on a winning streak. Now these are the line rushes from the other game for the or from the other practice yesterday for the Winnipeg Jets. Pardon me. You've got Laine, Scheifele, Wheeler, Connor, Little, Ehlers, Kopp, Lowry, Roslovic. So right there, those top 3 lines, guys, if you need to sit here and talk about anything about the Winnipeg Jets being scary tonight, it's very, very simple that the Winnipeg Jets, you shut down their 3 lines. Don't worry about the 4th line. Don't worry about the defense, because I'm about to give you a defensive look at the Winnipeg Jets, and you're about to ask me, who the heck are these guys? Morrissey, Poolman, Heinola, Pionk, however you say it, Dahlstrom, and Kulikov. I mean, Kulikov at one point was something, but he's pretty much, his career's died in Winnipeg. Morrissey's a pretty good defenseman, but everyone else is, like Poolman is a 7th defenseman at best in my books, and he's playing on the top line. I might totally be uneducated there. Don't come after me on that one. I'm just saying from what I've known of Tucker Poolman over the years. And then you've got Dahlstrom, who is a waivers pickup, and Heinola, who, if I think that's Ville Heinola, it's their draft pick from this draft. So are the Winnipeg Jets defense really that scary? I don't think so. So what does that mean for Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, and Zach Kassian? That means the line maidel, Mr. number 44, Zach Kassian, should be able to get into the offense nice and early, because he should be able to body some guys out and either dish a puck over or tuck a puck on a rebound. So that's what I'm looking for tonight. If I'm looking for anything, as I just said, it's Zach Kassian to be one of the biggest keys offensively for our Edmonton Oilers tonight. Now, the scary part is I've talked all about winning this game already early on. I've talked about winning it throughout this video. Problem is, the Oilers, historically, and I know you guys love to say history dictates, the past kind of repeats itself. The Oilers have a problem showing up in games that they should win. And you know what? You come out of 2 tightly contested games against the Flyers and the Red Wings. Now you go up against the Winnipeg Jets. And guys, you want to say, we haven't seen the Oilers against a playoff team from last year yet. Here you go. Here's your chance tonight. And this is what I'm saying. You got to stop those 3 top lines. Then you got to just get to the weak defense and tuck it, right? Connor Hellebuyck He's a good goalie, but same thing kind of as we saw with Carter Hart. You beat down Connor Hellebuck early and often, he's going to falter pretty quick. So hopefully that's the key tonight. Early and often offense, shut it down defensively, come out of Winnipeg with 2 points, and have that 16-point magic number for October with several games left on the calendar. Guys, I'm Tyson, this is Stolany TV. I'm predicting probably a 2-goal win. I'm not going to say a score because, guys, I don't want to burn myself when it gets close. But 2-goal win tonight is what I'm hoping for out of the Oilers. Of course, I'm not 100% on that. That's why I'm not giving you a final score. But hoping for that. Now, what I want you to do, give me your final score predictions in the comments down below. And, of course, let me know your thoughts pre-game tonight. I'm Tyson, this is Stolany TV. I am up on out of here.